So I kind of just wanted to bring everybody here together to be able to talk for both cathartic purposes, just to kind of get your feelings out there, talk about how you're feeling with all of this. For those of you who are playing winter sports, if you guys want to chime in on this, bring me back to the moment when your season ended. What was going through your mind?
My dad is our coach, so I think that was a lot different too, because he had never seen anything like this, so he didn't even know how to talk to us, either one of our coaches. They were kind of just like, we've prepared people for injuries in or ending the season, but we've never had to talk to kids about things like this because it's never happened.
Do you think it would have been better had they just called it before the tournament even started instead of allowing you to play one game and kind of get a taste of what it was like?
I was so thankful that I got to end my season with one last game and that we got to end our season on a win, because that very rarely happens for so many teams. And so looking back, I definitely am really thankful, but in the moment I was so angry and confused that it was just like, there's no closure to this. And
I'm going to kind of ask the same question that I asked the other young women. Do you think that it would have been better had they just stopped the season right there before it even had the hope? Or do you think that you're better right now holding on to a little bit of hope that you might have a season?
I definitely think it's really painful to have to sit around and hope and wait with knowing in the back of my mind that it's probably not going to happen, or that there's really not that much hope in general. But I feel like just having it cut short, I think, would have deprived us of a lot of bonding as a team.
I like holding on to the hope because all 4 years you just wait for your senior year. So I just don't want to give up on it yet, but it's getting a little harder.
You're all seniors, you're all leaders within your team. How have you guys led even in the midst of something so difficult?
Zoom has been used multiple times throughout the day. It's been a really beautiful way to just, despite all being in our own places, still being able to connect and build relationships and be there for each other.
This might be our reality for quite some time, and you may not have a senior prom, you may not have a graduation. Have any of those things sunk in yet?
My prom was actually canceled, so that was hard. I think it's just, we all think we have more time together, especially since I'm going so far away. These last months were so important to me.
Jordan, let's start with you on the final question. Wrapping this up however you would like. It can be, I just want one bit of hope.
This has been kind of a blessing in disguise in the way, for me, in the way that we are so much more connected than we think. And to bring that with me whenever we get out of this.
Normally when bad events happen, hopefully and normally people come out of them better. So I just hope that people stop taking things for granted, that you just start treating people nicer, just because you never know.
The biggest opportunity that this gives us is the time to self-reflect and think about stuff that you didn't know that you'd be missing.
You just need to cherish the little things, because right now that's all you have.
Just making sure that I'm growing in the storm. I want to make sure that I'm stronger and that I'm better than I was at the beginning of this whole quarantine, and I can look back at this at some time in my life and say that it grew me and it changed me and made me into a better person.